Skill number 11. Gives modified bed bath, face and one arm, hand, and underarm. The materials that we will need for this skill is one pair of gloves, an imaginary privacy blanket, a clean gown, a basin that will be filled halfway with warm water, soap, a large towel, 6 hand towels, and a barrier for the table. Knock knock. Good morning, Mr. Smith. My name is Chris. I'm going to be your nursing assistant today, and I'm here to help you with the modified bed bath. Is now a good time? I start off by washing my hands, checking the identity of the patient with their wristband, or having the patient repeat their name back to me. I will provide privacy and gather my supplies and bring it closer to me. Prior to lifting the bed, I will make sure that I fill my basin halfway with warm water, check the temperature with the inside of my wrist, have the patient check the temperature. Mr. Smith, check the temperature with your fingers and tell me if this water temperature is okay. Next, I will check that the wheels are locked, and I will elevate the bed up to waist level. Now, prior to touching my patient, I'll go ahead and don on clean gloves. I will start off by taking my privacy blanket and putting it at the foot of the bed as a visual guide, pretending to spread out the imaginary privacy blanket to cover the patient and enact them with privacy. Mr. Smith, please hold on to the clean sheet. Correction. Mr. Smith, please hold on to your privacy blanket as I lower your clean sheet. Now that the patient has privacy with their blanket, we can undress the dirty gown of the patient. One sleeve at a time, we will undress them from their gown. Rolling the gown dirty side in and disposing of it in the dirty linen container. With the removal of the gown, we can now place our large towel across the chest. Later, we will use this same towel and use it as a barrier for the arm. Now, we will not be using any soap on the face. We will use what's called the 4-leaf method. When you take your hand towel and fold it in half twice, you create different sides of the washcloth that you can use for each individual wipe to avoid cross-contamination. So we will take our first hand towel, submerge it in the water, remove the excess. Now we're going to separate the face with an imaginary line going from the top of the head to the chin. We're going to focus on wiping from the clean aspect to the dirty aspect, which is from the center line away. Starting with any eye of your choosing, move from the center out. Change your leaf. One more time. Center out. Change your leaf. Center out. Change your leaf. Center out. We will dispose of this into the dirty linen container. Take our second hand towel, submerge it into the basin, remove excess. Now we're going to focus on cleaning the face from top to bottom, cleanest to dirtiest, from the inner aspect out, starting with the forehead. Center line out, down the center of the nose, upper cheek from closest to the nose away, upper cheek from closest to the nose away, upper lip from the center out, upper lip from the center out, the chin from the center moving away, the chin from the center moving away. Discard of this into the dirty linen container. Thirdly, we're going to go ahead and just pat dry. And dispose of this into the dirty linen container. Now we're ready to continue care on the arm. We'll transition the towel that was covering the patient's chest and place it under their arm as a barrier, like so. Now we will incorporate the use of soap. Starting over with a new hand towel, technically our fourth hand towel, you will put it in the water, wring it. No four-leaf method, but you do want to apply soap. Create a lather. Now we can either go in short strokes in either direction from shoulder to wrist or from wrist to shoulder. But if we follow the rule of from cleanest to dirtiest, from head to toe, then we should be going down. I like to place my hand in the groove of the armpit so I don't accidentally clean it and cross-contaminate. We're going to start off with short strokes in one direction, top of the arm down to the wrist, under portion of the arm, the hand, which includes the fingernails and fingertips and in between the fingers, and then the armpit. Dispose of this into the dirty linen container. Fifth hand towel, submerge it in the water, remove any excess by wringing it. Same thing, hand in the groove of the armpit to protect it so we don't cross-contaminate. Short strokes going down to the wrist, top side, bottom side. Cleaning the hand, the fingertips, fingernails, and in between the fingers, and the armpit. Throw this away into the dirty linen container. Now we have two options. You can either use the barrier towel to dry the arm, or a sixth hand towel. Pat dry. Dispose of this into the dirty linen. Dispose the barrier towel also into dirty linen. At this point, we're ready to finish our skill by breaking down our station and dressing our client. So, at this point, we will dress the client with a clean gown. Last thing I'm going to touch with my gloves is going to be the privacy blanket. Now that the patient is dressed, we can remove the privacy blanket by rolling it dirty side towards the inside, removing our visual aid and discarding it into the dirty linen container. Next, we will break down our station. Final things that remain is our soap. This will go to its designated area. Our basin we will empty, rinse, and dry and place into the dirty supply area. And our barrier from our table will be disposed of and thrown into the trash. I will remove my gloves, throw them away in the trash, and wash my hands. I will return to the patient with clean hands, covering them up with their clean sheet, placing the call light within the patient's reach. Mr. Smith, once I leave the room, if you need anything, please signal me with your signaling device. I will lower the bed back down to its lowest level. I will confirm that the wheels have remained locked. I will remove the privacy, wash my hands, report and document, and my skill would be complete.